Hello, Sana. Hi, Jeff. How are you?
I'm good.
We good?
Doing great. Happiest
Everybody can
Friday.
hear everybody. Oh my goodness, it's going to be fun. Sorry, we are about a minute late. I just was trying to move my computer, hit the power button, got myself right out of the. Oh Lord, I'm still tired from that trip. I am ridiculous. I've got a video. I've got to do a video soon. It was a trip from you know where, but yeah. Anyway, so Jeff, this is all about you
Okay.
and how you got started on keto and or carnivore, ketovore, whatever it is you do, and how you're doing and all that kind of thing, where you started from to where you are now. And I just want to say I met Jeff at the Columbus meetup that Dawn put on of Dawn Does Keto. And I've got to tell you, he didn't seek me out. He seeked my husband out. He wanted to meet the guinea pig. It was great. So anyway, the floor is yours, Jeff.
Okay. Well, I found keto from Nisha Berry. I don't know how she got into my feed on YouTube, but she did, and it wasn't a big step to find her husband. So I started keto about a year and a half ago. It was in March. I was on a long trip in an RV and started feeling better almost immediately. I didn't really need to lose any weight, but I've lost about 20 pounds. So that's where I'm at with that. And then along came all the other benefits, so to speak.
Which
And
were
that's what I was after anyway. So
right. So, what benefits have you seen?
um, mental clarity.
Mm,
And when you asked me to come on this, I said I had to think about it.
mm,
And I didn't think very long. And that's one of the benefits is just decision making is a whole lot easier. And that's
right.
one of the
There's a
things you
lot
don't
to it.
that's one of the things you don't hear much about. So
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Go ahead.
I should have wrote this stuff down.
Oh, it's
I've
okay.
been thinking about it.
Just
Um
off the top of your head.
yeah.
We're not going to put you on the spot.
Okay. I am on the spot though. Um
Nah.
lot less inflammation in the body is the biggest thing, I think.
Hmm.
Mm,
And
yes.
And with inflammation comes pain, so a lot less pain.
Exactly. Uh-huh.
Yeah, because it's. I know for me, it was like I had already had my knees replaced. I did have some back pain with arthritis that I don't have anymore, and I did have a lot of weight to lose. So there's that. But that's the great side effect of all the wonderful health benefits that you come along. So yeah, it was
and
great.
I still have a little bit of arthritis pain in my hips and a little bit in my shoulder, but it's way better than what it was. So,
Hmm.
and I'm pretty sure I'm dumping oxalates still. I ate a lot of spinach and so, but
Got to be careful with that. They say spinach is toxin.
yeah, and
Spinach is a toxin.
I don't eat it anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty much meat only, although I do like my keto chow. I beat you to
Yes.
it, Cindy.
I didn't get a chance to say it again. Wow.
Wow. Somebody beat
I'm
Cindy to the
slacking, man.
draw. Yup.
I need to start off these lives. Well, don't forget about keto chow because people are beating me to the punch. That's just
Oh,
that, but that, it is a definite help.
yes.
For me, it is. I cannot.
So 2 questions. What's your favorite flavor and what is your favorite form of having it?
Oh, easily a shake.
Uh-huh.
And my favorite flavor is salted caramel.
Oh, okay.
Really.
So, yeah,
Now, I just have my favorite way of having it is ice cream. Anyway, go ahead, Jeff.
so I've tried the ice cream, and when I use the shake, I just use a stick of butter. I don't put heavy
Mm.
cream or whipping cream in it. So,
Yeah.
and I don't fill it all the way up, so it's pretty thick, and that's the way I like it.
A full stick for one shake?
Yeah.
Wow. Holy
Wow.
mackerel. I use 2 tablespoons. That's it.
Yeah, but you figure if he's
That's
not
all I
using the
need.
heavy whipping cream,
Right. I
that's
don't
like
use
his
that either.
full-on, yeah, that's his full-on main source of his fat.
Right.
Yeah,
I
that's
strictly
why
Yeah.
I do.
use.
Uh-huh.
That's why I do it, is to get the extra fat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
So,
strictly use melted butter. That's it. And it's like 2 tablespoons a shake.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the way I do my husband's because that's what I'll take for work and I'll just do. He's just happy with just the melted butter and the water.
so using a whole stick after you leave it in the fridge
Yeah.
for however long, it gets pretty
Uh-huh.
thick. And I have to use
Yeah.
a stick
Uh-huh.
blender, but worth it.
Yeah. Well, I do
Yeah.
mine in the blender
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
using the melted butter and warm water. And then it goes in the shaker bottle for days before I drink it. I tried one time using, I think, a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream, and it
Yeah.
was so thick I couldn't drink it.
Well,
And the
yeah.
rest water. It was really thick.
Well, yeah. If you actually whip the whipping cream in the blender, yeah, I imagine so.
I don't think I did. I think I just shook it. That's why I
Yeah.
used it, because
Yeah.
I didn't want to get the blender out that day.
Yeah.
This is Lynn. She's saying hi. Donna is here. Just want to go through and acknowledge everyone. Jeff, obviously, as Jeff is here. I'm good. I'm slap happy tired. How dare we, Donna? Yes, 1 minute late. I am so
1 minute.
sorry.
How
I'm so
dare you,
sorry.
Cindy? How dare you? Don't let it happen again.
This is my sister, Deb.
Yes.
Her and I had a great fun weekend. And Sana, sorry about her lighting. Hi, Charlie. You met Charlie there, right, Jeff?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
I met quite a few. In fact, that meetup was very well put together, and all the people there were really great. So, and I was sorry I didn't get to say hello to Queens Go Keto. Their channel they haven't done much lately, but
They are
it would have
busy.
been nice to meet them.
Yeah, they're great. It's Callie and Robin.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they're both really sweet.
So Sana's just hit 27 weeks this week. OB
Yes.
appointment last week, Friday. The tape measured baby at being 28. How is a baby 28 inches long?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm serious.
How
My
did they
son's
measure it?
22 inches. Exactly. How did they measure?
Mm-hmm.
My son at birth was 22 inches long, and that was long.
When I tell you they had another doctor come in to redo the tape measuring.
Wow.
And she even asked me, she's like, do you mind if I put a lot of pressure? Because she's like, I just really want to make sure we are truly measuring from like the top of his skull to really feeling like his toes. And when I tell you, she confirmed it. She's like, a matter of fact, she's like, I'm a little bit over 28 with my measurement, is what she said. And I said, oh, goodness.
That child's going to walk out.
My coworkers, they were like, you might as well put the applications in for basketball. I said, oh, my goodness.
Yeah, what they say is however tall a child is at the age of 2, double that. That's how tall they're going to be when
Oh
they're
my
an
god,
adult. And
I
I'm
can't
just
even
like,
imagine.
whatever. I don't remember
Can't
what
even
my
imagine.
kids were.
Hey, Arden.
This is Arden. You didn't get to meet him. He was at the indie meetup that Dustin
Okay.
and
Mhm.
Jackie and Jennifer did. He comes from Kansas.
Wow, that's a
He's
ways.
yeah,
Yes.
it is a ways. He's a great guy. Susie, hi Susie, and everybody's just saying hi to one another. So ongoing, what are you up to now? How, other than just mostly meats and keto chow? What does a typical day look like for you?
If I don't go golfing, I'll walk 4 miles in a little over an hour. Um, and then chasing the grandkids around. So I stay really active. And they've been doing a lot of baseball, which that's winding to an end right now. So
Oh yes.
How old are your grandkids?
10, 8, and 5.
Oh,
Oh, such
5-year-olds
fun
can keep you on
ages.
your toes.
Uh-huh. They're all fun ages. Oh gosh.
And then we have a membership to Kings Island. So we'll be going there at least once a week now that they're out of school. So
Yeah.
Nice.
and we'll just go in the morning and leave at lunchtime. So,
Does that
'cause,
get you through the whole park? Because that place is huge.
yeah, that gets you, well, no, we just go do what the grandkids want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So, and the youngest one likes going to Snoopy Land or whatever it's called now. So, and those rides are easy.
I got to tell you, I went to Kings Island the first year it was up, and that was it. That was it.
Oh my gosh.
And I was young. 'Cause my mom took us, and it was like, it was all right.
Yeah. You were originally from Cincinnati, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. And I
Right
lived,
outside of St. Bernard.
okay. And I live in just outside of Cincinnati on the east side.
Hmm.
So,
Yep. It was an adventure back then.
yeah.
I didn't, I've never been one to really like roller coasters much
Oh, okay.
and stuff like that. So, my kids, I used to take my kids. Do you remember Americana?
No.
Yeah. That was a, a smaller version of Kings Island that I used to like. And I
Okay.
took my kids to when they were young. But yeah, that was about 40 years ago. So Debbie said, my family went to Kings Island a lot. Yes. Yep. That's from being from Cincinnati.
Oh yeah,
So
I looked it up. They got some wild coasters, my gosh.
yeah,
So I can understand why you don't want to go back, Cindy, if you
I
don't
think
like
my
coasters.
favorite thing there was the Eiffel Tower thing where you could go all the way to the top on an elevator. And
Oh, okay.
that was neat. I liked that.
And
I
what
could
did
do
it just show you like a view of the
that
whole
of the
theme
whole
park? Oh, okay. Yeah,
of the
those are
entire
cool.
park.
Those are cool.
This was many, many years ago that I've been there. So
It's
from what I
probably,
remember,
it's,
what
it's
Jeff?
changed. It's changed a lot since then too.
Oh, I'm
Some stuff's,
sure.
some stuff's going away. And of course, always got to add the newest and biggest coaster. So,
You may
Yeah.
just have to go back, Cindy.
No.
Just to have a one day of reliving the childhood memory.
The Great Wolf Lodge quite a bit, which is next door to Kings Island. Nice.
yeah, our kids take their kids on their birthdays there sometimes, as instead of buying them more gifts, they'll send
Oh
them
yeah.
or
Take them to that
they'll
lodge.
take them to that lodge. That's pretty
Yeah, I
cool.
like that. To
Nice.
give them experiences. I like that idea.
Hit the thumbs up, Donna says. Hi, Uncle Big Guy. Everybody just saying hi. So do you do one meal a day, two, three, whatever you
What
float your boat that day?
Whenever I'm hungry. Right now, I'm 24 hours into a fast, and I'll probably do a little over 40. So
Nice. How do you
Yeah.
feel when you do the fasts?
I feel my best when I am after I get past the first meal where I'm feeling hungry. So
That's
That's
what
the
I've
best
said.
way to do it.
Yep. That's what I've said when I do a 3-day fast. It's like that initial hunger. Once you get past that, it's smooth
Yeah.
sailing. It's like, whatever.
Yeah,
It's
because
good.
sometimes it's not true hunger. It's just because you just started and you're mentally knowing how
Mhm.
long you're trying to commit to. It's really a mental game in the beginning.
yeah, I'll probably eat tomorrow at right around noon. So, and then
Mhm.
my last meal was 6:30 yesterday afternoon.
Nice.
Mm,
Debbie
that's
said
the
the
best
Beast
way.
is still the best coaster at Kings Island.
So now we know which sister doesn't mind the coasters.
Oh, I just, hi, Debbie. Tell Jerry we said hi, unless he pops his head
Yes,
in here.
hello, Debbie and Jerry.
But yeah, I just, I mean, I went on, I think it was at Americana before it was called Americana. Debbie helped me out here. What was it? And there was a shooting star roller coaster.
Oh my gosh.
That was the last one I was on. I
Just the
like the
name of
log
it.
rides, the water rides. I like those. I can deal with
Right.
those,
Uh-huh.
even though they're similar to roller coasters at the top and down.
Yeah.
I can deal with those. But
They're not as jerky.
exactly, they're better,
Yeah.
better that way. We had Jerry said hi, Cindy and Sana and Jeff. That was Coney Island. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I was. It's closed down now.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
it has
Completely
been
shut.
for a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I thought they were going to try to reopen it a while back. And
They were thinking, yeah, yeah.
mhm. So who knows? Kings Island just was so huge, and that's where everybody flocked to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it. Um, it's like when Walmart came around and all these little mom and pop stores went
No,
under.
no. Yeah.
It's similar to that. You got
Yeah.
something
A
bigger
lot
and
of the
better.
entertainment, yep, a lot of the entertainment went with it. With these larger theme parks.
Right, right.
Mm.
But yeah, it was crazy. My kids like it. But they haven't. They don't go either. They can't afford to go. It's not cheap.
Oh yeah. No,
Definitely not cheap. It's
no.
crazy. I don't know. I don't know how people do it.
Yeah,
So
especially if you're coming from out the area.
Yeah, and if you have family, if it's
Mm-hmm.
one thing if it's just you or you and your
Yeah.
spouse going, but it can be
Yeah.
up
It's
there.
not just the tickets, it's the lodging, price of food, all of it.
Mhm.
Definitely adds up.
Yes,
yeah, I usually eat 2 times a day. So
Okay.
overall. Eggs?
a lot of eggs. By the way,
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, how many eggs did you go through with your egg fast?
8 a day.
8 a day, and
8
it
a
was
day.
and
Even
it
when I
was
did the burger, egg, and butter, I went through each meal. I had 4, and I eat twice a day. Unless I'm hungry, then I would grab some hard boiled eggs. So it could have easily been 10
Yeah.
on those days. I don't get tired of them.
I
Mm,
don't
I did
either.
a 7-day egg fast. I
I'm
could
the
do that
same.
repeatedly.
I'm the
It's
same.
easy.
Yep.
And you take in Lindsay's advice and frying the hard boiled eggs in butter is amazing.
Hmm.
They're
Oh, I've
so
never tried
good.
that.
It is so good. And I've put um nice that I don't know what you're doing there, but hope you're having a good time. Um I actually did. I melted the butter and I sprinkled some Parmesan cheese on it one day. And then I put the
Oh
hard boiled
yeah.
eggs. You cut them in
Uh-huh.
half and you put yolk side down and fry
Yep.
them. Oh my word. Just that little bit of Parmesan made a big difference too. But they're really good. It's so weird. Something that's simple
Right.
can
Yeah.
change the whole thing with that.
Gotta
It's
appreciate
wild.
the simplicity.
Yeah.
Especially
And
when it
it's just,
becomes full of flavor too. Just for like
yep,
a little simple thing like that. Slicing the
right.
boiled egg, the butter, the pan,
That's
and
it.
just that sprinkle of Parmesan cheese, and you're good to go.
If
Yeah.
you want the Parmesan, it was really
Yeah.
good. I'll tell you what was amazing. In Texas, I had organized this dinner, and those that wanted to
Uh-huh.
come came. There were probably about 25 to 30 people, and they had Mexican deviled eggs. And I'm going to tell you that as an appetizer,
Yeah.
Lynette from Keto Chow got
Uh-huh.
some. Harry and Wendy got some. I
Uh-huh.
tried one of Lynette's, and I think Debbie tried one of Wendy and Harry's. Holy man, they were so good. I got that as my meal. There was 5 of them on a plate, and they were stacked this
Oh
high
wow.
with the top with the yolk with
Mhm.
whatever was
Mhm.
mixed in. And they had a little bit of a kick, but there wasn't smack in your face spicy.
Oh.
They were so good. I got those and chicken wings for my meal. That was it. 2 appetizers. It
We
was
should
so
bug
good.
Wendy to try to recreate them.
Oh, I'm going to try it. Lynette said she thinks you could do it with using the spicy taco keto chow
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah,
in the
yeah.
mixture. So
Uh-huh.
they were good. So
Yeah,
with
I
it,
watched that video earlier today, so I
yeah,
saw them.
they were good. I still have to get mine up, but I gotta record a preface to the video because there's some with just pictures.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's some video of the different vendors.
Uh-huh.
Um, the last one being another company that I just became affiliated with. I had bought from them last year at the event. It's called Scrummy Sweets. Their product is only sweetened with allulose, and they have like gummy bears,
Uh-huh.
um, caramels, 4 different flavors of caramels or caramels, however you want to say it. And they have a buttery syrup that you can use
Ah.
pancakes or on chicken or anything. It is so good. And this lady tells why she created the product in the
Yeah.
video and the whole bit. So it's
Do you have the discount link or the code on your description yet?
the link is in my description. There
Okay,
is
okay, okay.
no discount,
Uh-huh.
but I do make a little bit. It helps support me. But
Yes.
yeah, they're really, really good people.
Okay.
And it's just a very small
Yeah.
business. Like Keto Chow was created by
Right,
Chris and
right, right.
Miriam. This was
Yeah.
created by her. Her name is Susie and her husband.
Hmm.
And it's
Yeah.
really good stuff.
And that's the thing, when it comes to the companies where they do have clean ingredients like that,
Mm-hmm.
we need to support them because I know, like, since we started keto in 2019, oh my goodness, like how many amazing companies that were small had amazing products, but because the business was not there all the time, they had to close.
Right.
Because, they would get a little bit of support here and there. Like it would come in patches. Like certain times of the year, they would get a lot of business. But then, certain parts of the year, there was no business. And it's hard, when it's not, consistent support. It makes it difficult because as a company, they got employees to pay, they have all their business expenses. So, no, absolutely. When it comes to those smaller companies that really take pride in their product,
Right.
we definitely got to support them.
Yes. Susie said, I've never fried hard boiled eggs. Sounds good, especially with Parmesan. Oh, Susie, you won't be disappointed.
Yes. It'll be definitely in a rotation.
Right. Debbie says she thinks those eggs had avocado in them and topped with bacon bits.
Okay, yeah, I could definitely see that.
And Charlie, you're one of those diehard carnivores that you would enjoy it. It doesn't spike your blood sugar. But anyway,
Yes,
I've
yes.
heard good things about allulose. I don't partake of it myself, but try to
Hmm.
steer my wife and daughter into those types of products over other sugars and sweeteners stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. How was your trip to Hack Your Health? I didn't see a video from you. It is coming. I really the Hack Your Health was great. The trip, not so much. But you'll
Oh
hear
gosh,
about that
right.
in a video I'll get up in the
Yes.
next couple of days. I have
With all the
everything else
fun
ready. I just have
weather,
to.
all the
Oh, it was
fun weather
horrible.
Texas was going through.
It was.
Yeah,
It was a
because my
nightmare.
coworkers, yeah, 3 of my coworkers are in Texas, and oh my goodness, they
It was a
had
nightmare.
power outage galore. I felt so bad for them.
Mhm. No problem, Donna. We survived. That's the good thing. We made it
Yes,
to the
you made it.
conference
Yeah, you
late,
made it
but
there
we made it.
safely and you came back safely. That's the important part.
And yeah, it's an experience for sure. I was telling Sana next year, Hack Your Health is going to be in Tampa, Florida. They're moving the convention.
But thankfully, you went with company. Imagine if you had to travel by yourself and getting stuck for
I'm
so
gonna tell you,
long.
if I was by myself, I probably would have got my butt arrested because I was livid.
Oh my
Hi,
gosh.
Karen. I'm assuming it's you. And tell Teresa I said hello. These two
Yes,
ladies,
hello, hello.
they are amazing. We had
Yes.
Debbie and I had such a great time with them throughout the entire conference. And it was awesome. Thank you, Donna. But yeah, so Jeff, you said something about another meetup in Eaton. What else are you interested in doing?
Um, I'll just go to that one and see where it goes.
Yep. I
Um,
know there's another one after that. Where is it?
Oh, somebody asking. It might be that one,
Maybe
Cindy.
another. I got it. I got it.
Yeah. Is that the one
Another
you're
one. I
thinking
think
of?
it's in. I want to. I don't even know. I can't. Can you check low carb events, Sana?
Yeah. Because it's not the
I
one Charlie's mentioning right here, right?
No, that's the one I was just asking him about.
Oh, okay,
Eaton,
okay, okay.
Ohio. It's put on by um, Andy Dwyer.
Let me see.
Yeah, but there's
so
one right after that in July somewhere.
In
Like
July.
I
The
believe so.
Tri-State Meetup at Texas de Brazil in
Yes,
Columbus,
and
Ohio.
James Ortega is getting that one together.
Yeah, that's the only that's has to be the one because it's the only event.
And that was July what?
That's July 27th at
Okay.
4 p.m. to 7 p.m. I'm
Yeah.
gonna drop it here.
Texas Day, Brazil.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a good one. There's one.
Yep, there we
Yeah,
go.
by Who's Your Carnivore, Charlie. I saw that today. That's a bit far for me. I've gone quite a bit of distance, but
so yeah, Charlie, I'm planning on going to the one in Eaton. So
I will find out what we talked about backstage, Jeff, and I will let you know. Just
okay,
email me that info.
okay, I
And
will.
I'll find out for you. There's that tri-state. Hello, Jason.
Hello, hello.
There's a meetup in Noblesville. That's my hometown. Well, there you
Oh,
go, Lynn. There is no
it's a
excuse for
sign,
you.
right? It's a sign for her to be there.
Now, Lynn, the first indie meetup that I went to, I met Lynn, and Brian was talking her arm off about what he's gone through, but I can't get him to go on and tell his story for everybody. And I don't know who's heard it, who didn't. I missed this person. Hello, Michael.
Hello, hello, welcome.
So when I met Jeff, it was at the meetup in Columbus that Dawn put on. he comes over to our table to seek out Brian.
I did.
I know. It was like, I got to meet the guinea pig.
I love it.
It was so great. I can't tell you, Jeff, that made him feel so good because he's
Well,
usually, when I'm walking around, he don't get up and walk around with me. He just sits there. And it doesn't matter where we are. We went to Keto Palooza last year. He went with me to KetoCon last year. It was like, no, he just
Oh
sits
my
there.
gosh.
And I'm like, but man, when he at that indie meetup, he was yakking to Lynn, and she's waiting for him. She's waiting for him to tell his story. So Deb says to Karen, yeah, it was great meeting you too. Man, we had such a great time.
that's one of the other benefits of eating the proper human diet is I am a wallflower for the most part, but at that meetup, I was like, no, I got to go meet some of these people.
Mm-hmm. It
And
was
that was,
great. It
yeah,
was so nice to meet you. Even though you didn't seek me out, you came to find Brian, but that's okay.
well, I did pay you a compliment, I believe.
You did. You
I
did.
did.
That I feed him well. Jeff, what
Yeah,
have been the most surprising things you've learned about keto or carnivore or
surprising,
ketovore, whatever?
surprising. I'd watched enough video, not too much did surprise me, although I didn't know about the keto flu when I started, and I did have a couple days of that, but that was it was not bad. And I can moderate pretty well. Just and it's obvious because I didn't have that much weight to lose, but the cravings for sugar, which are real, have pretty much gone away. And with allulose out there, it's really easy. And keto chow
Mm-hmm.
helps too. So,
Twice he's mentioned it.
well, I do have my subscription. I get a box every month.
There you go.
It's
So
not
that's
like
when I met
yours,
Jeff
though.
too.
It's
I
not
know
like
you.
your
I
stash.
know. I
Well,
say the same thing to her, even with us getting subscription.
I'm going to tell you. I, I was told I need to take a picture of myself surrounded by all my keto chow with my
Yes,
keto chow apron on that I got from Keto Chow.
agreed. I wholeheartedly agree.
I
We will be looking for that, Cindy. Now you have committed to it.
Donna, I am trying so hard because he's my husband.
Yes.
For those of you that do not know, God knows I've talked about him a lot. He's a type 1 diabetic. He
Mhm.
has cervical dystonia, which is a movement disorder with symptoms similar to Parkinson's, that he's had surgery for to help keep those symptoms in check because they can get really bad. It's a
Right, right.
progressive thing that doesn't get better. So, it's just controlling that with this. It's called deep brain stimulation surgery. It's controlled with an iPod. And if that iPod's turned off, Brian can't hardly walk. He has to have it turned off to have an MRI, and he has to get a wheelchair. He cannot walk to the place. It's that bad. So, but I just pray that keto or carnivore, we pretty much do ketovore, is helping him control those symptoms some also. It definitely has controlled his diabetes.
Oh
I
yeah.
thought keto carnivore is to calm us down. Why would you get arrested? Because I was angry. Thank you, Karen. It was a great restaurant. You are so right. We all love Brian.
Yes,
Yes, I do.
absolutely agree.
Stories from about people with type 1 diabetes are important to hear. You're
Oh
right.
yeah,
We do
absolutely.
have a type 1 diabetic coming on the channel. who is also
Uh-huh.
a professional volleyball player.
Yes.
And I think, Jason, you've had him on yours, Paul Madow.
Uh-huh.
He carries an A1C of 4.9 as a type 1 diabetic. That's just
Yeah.
amazing.
Amazing. Yeah.
Brian's is like 6.1, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, those journeys are so important to hear because the
Mhm.
amount that type 1 diabetics go through, and for them to
Yep.
finally have a feeling of some sort of normalcy, to have regulated normal sugars
Yep. So,
on a
Jeff, I
continuous
have a
basis is
question.
huge.
Does your
Okay.
wife join you in keto?
No, I
How
can't
is
even
that
get
for
her.
you? A lot of people have a problem with that.
I can't even get her to try some of the stuff that I've seen online that I make. Um,
Mhm.
I'm hoping she'll try Chris Cooking Nashville's pancakes, but
Have you made them?
I've made them a couple times.
I
So
just had some the other day. They are so good.
they
Oh
are.
my
They're
gosh, yes.
ridiculously
She
good.
she needs to at least be willing to take a bite.
Yeah.
Well,
Because when I tell you, like literally, we have taken, especially for the holidays, we have taken keto things. Never said to anybody, that, oh, this
Mhm.
is like a specific keto recipe. Just literally brought it, kind of let people know, like ingredients wise, in case anybody's allergic to anything. And then I would say to them, I'm like, do you know what you just ate is like super healthy? And they were like, um,
Ew, that's no
but you ex
good.
they're like, "But you explained the ingredients, like, you didn't put anything like a healthy product." And I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "All of it is real food. What more healthy can you get?" And it's like they don't realize that truly what they're eating is so low in carb and that it's good for their body. And they were shocked. They were like, "Wow." They were like, "It tastes amazing." And a lot of them said, "Oh, wow, this tastes like high carb food." Only
Mhm.
because they really felt like it was like soul food. They felt comfort when they ate it because they didn't realize, like mentally, they were not programmed before they ate it to think like, "Oh, I'm about to eat something healthy." No, they just literally ate it like it was no another like, carb-filled dish.
Yep.
And because that mental, feelings wasn't like preset before they ate it, they had
Mhm.
no clue. They had no idea whatsoever. I would be telling her, just take a bite, and if you don't like it, we'll
Don't
let it
eat it.
be. We'll let it be, and I will end up eating whatever leftover is there
Mhm.
because I bet you just that one bite, she's gonna be shocked. She's gonna be like, "Oh wow, like this is some good stuff."
Yeah. Well, that's like I went to my sister's for Thanksgiving, my oldest sister's house a year or so, Thanksgiving a year ago.
Yeah.
And I made this keto dessert that by Carolyn Ketchum,
Uh-huh.
multi-layered cake dessert.
Right,
They
right, right.
all loved it. I
Yeah.
said, that's a keto dessert for all you
Mhm.
non-keto people.
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Oh, she has
I said, it's
amazing
so easy.
recipes. Yep.
It was
She's
so
another one of the
crazy.
creative geniuses we have in this community.
Talking about the guy we're going to be having on.
Yep.
We love to see him in your videos. Thank you, Donna.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I am seriously trying.
And I've
But
made
yes.
Chris Cooking Nashville hamburgers, patties, the ones
Uh-huh.
that use cottage cheese.
Hmm.
And I did give one of them to her. She didn't know it.
Yeah.
And she didn't even realize it.
And she probably loved
But
it.
she put it on a bun.
But what did she think of like the overall taste of just, the meat part of it? What were her thoughts?
Next, you got to
Uh,
make her burger buns with the burger, or
yeah,
his burger buns with the burger, and
if I
hide
can,
the other ones.
yeah. But she has so much information. It's just, oh man, if I could just get her to do it for 30
I
days,
know.
Mhm.
it's like, but she's going with the medical community's plan. So,
Of course,
Yeah.
it's so hard. Like when I started, it was a couple weeks before Brian came on board. He's like, "I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that." And I was just eating like hard-boiled eggs and cheese
Yeah.
sticks
Yeah.
and lunch meat and salami. And when
Mhm.
I first started, that was what I was eating for lunches. And then I
Right.
would cook dinner, and we had my son and his his kids living with us, and all of them non-keto. So whatever protein I was making, that was for
Mhm.
everyone.
Right.
Whatever side dish I made, that was for everyone,
Yeah. Yeah.
including me. But if they wanted
Yeah.
potatoes, rice, pasta, and all that garbage, I made it. But that
Yeah.
didn't mean I had to eat it. So,
Exactly.
that was there. And,
Mhm.
they saw what I was doing.
Right. Right.
And Brian, he noticed quickly a
Yeah.
change. And he says, I guess I'll try it with you. And
Yeah.
he's never looked back. He is better than I am. He has got more
Mhm.
self control than I do. It's like,
It's hard, especially when it's another adult. It gets to be tricky
Mhm,
because the whole reason why me and my husband, why we actually had started January of 2019 is because of our oldest son
mhm,
hadn't been to resolve his seizures. And then we had so many benefits ourselves, and the food was just tasting amazing
right.
that we were the same way, started and never looked back. But when it comes to an adult, whew, it's tricky. It's
It
tricky.
is.
Yeah, because just like Jason's saying,
Well, even
you
with
know,
kids,
mhm,
unless it's like your younger son,
yeah,
who that's all he knows,
that's all he
you
knows.
know.
Yeah,
But kids that have been on the sad
yeah,
diet, sad way of eating all
right.
their
Yeah,
lives, like we were,
right.
to get them, I have grandchildren, I have a granddaughter, especially that should be doing this and
Yeah,
has been, from what I
mhm,
understand,
right.
lately,
Yeah,
but she was way out of control prior to that.
yeah,
And, it, even I have some grandkids that are bean poles,
right.
but it doesn't mean that they're healthy.
Uh-huh.
And that's what I
Yeah,
keep trying to
very
get
true.
into my son, who
Yeah.
definitely needs it. He's very sick. And, it's like you
Mm,
can only set the example.
right.
You can't make them do it. And
Yeah.
it's so frustrating for me. And I'm sure it is for you, Jeff, with your wife.
Yep.
And but people say it's so hard to do this when you're the only one in the house doing it.
Right.
It depends on how motivated you are to do it.
Yeah.
Like when I finally started, and Debbie, thanks the Lord that I finally did, that I was
Mm,
determined. It was
yeah.
like that, and that's what it took. Even though all this stuff was still around me, I
Yeah.
didn't purge my house because there were still people living there that were eating this stuff.
Exactly.
It was
Yep.
like, okay, I was determined, and that was it.
Yeah.
Now, am
It's
I
very
perfect?
much mental. Yeah.
Absolutely not, because
Yeah.
this past weekend, it'll be in my video. I'll be talking about it. We went, and I'm not just saying me. Well, I'm gonna tell you, we got there Friday morning
Yeah.
after we took an Uber
Uh-huh.
from one airport to the next, which
Oh
cost a
my gosh.
boatload,
Oh my
with a couple
gosh.
other people that were there, and that would needing to get to Austin. One lady in particular that rode
Mm.
with us, she was trying to get to her grandson's graduation.
Oh wow.
And she said, I have not missed any of my grandkids' graduations, and I
Oh
don't want to miss this
wow.
one. She said, I will pay this much money towards an Uber. We wound up paying $700 for an Uber to get from one airport to another so that we could make the
Oh my
conference so she could get
goodness.
to her grandson's graduation. And there was a young guy that rode with us who chipped
Oh.
in.
Oh
He
my
was
gosh.
trying to get to a weekend bachelor party for his friend.
Oh
He had already
wow.
missed one day
Mm.
because of the flight delays and
Yeah.
cancellations and garbage.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
yeah, it was like,
But $700.
it
Ouch.
was, let
Wow.
me tell you, it was nuts. So then,
Ooh.
anyway, we get to the conference. It's a little bit late. And we went to get some lunch because we hadn't
Mhm.
slept all night. We hadn't eaten. It was like we
Oh
didn't
my
go to a
goodness.
hotel. We were trying to get there. That
Yeah,
was it.
yeah.
So Debbie and I, right across the street, there's a Whataburger
Oh,
from
okay,
the
yeah.
convention center.
Uh-huh.
We went there Friday, Saturday, Sunday for lunch. We had double cheeseburgers, no
Uh-huh.
bun, every day. We did good. Friday night, we did great. We went to this restaurant. I had chicken wings and deviled eggs.
Uh-huh.
She had jalapeno cheddar sausage, and I'm not sure what else, but she said that was the best jalapeno sausage she's had. It was great. Saturday, Karen and Therese insisted on taking us out to dinner. And they
Oh,
said,
that's
"You did
sweet.
such a good job of picking the first restaurant. We
Oh.
want you to pick this one." I don't know the area. I got lucky. There was another restaurant called Luby's,
Uh-huh.
and it was a cafeteria style restaurant. I hadn't been to one of them in years.
Oh, wow,
We
yeah.
wound up closing the place down. They about locked us in there. Waitress came over and said, "We closed at 8 o'clock and it was 5 after 8. Is there anything else you need?" No, we were just all talking. And we walked out the door, and Karen wanted to leave a tip on the table, couldn't get back in the door because it was locked.
Oh, no.
It was crazy. Good food. Stayed
They
stayed on
really shut
track.
you guys out.
Stay,
Oh my
I'm
god.
telling you, stayed on track. Sunday, like I
Mhm.
said, Whataburger for lunch. Then
Yeah.
Sunday night came. All bets were off. We had decided that we wanted some pizza.
Mhm.
Now, I make pizza when I'm at home,
Right, yeah.
but can't do that when you're out. We looked up restaurants, and we went to this flea bag, nasty place,
Oh, no.
but there was pizza on the menu. We went to order it. We don't have any pizza. So we got up and walked out.
Okay. Wow.
And then we wound up at a seafood restaurant, and everything
Yeah.
was fried. I'm like, whatever. I just want this and this and this. That's
Mhm.
it. That's it. We're just gonna eat and go. Because by this time it was getting late. I was hungry,
Yeah, oh
and
my gosh.
we had another full day coming on Monday of travel. So Monday, more flight delays. We ate breakfast at the hotel, however good or bad it was, the egg things that they have and the
Mhm.
meats. So overall, best thing
Right.
you could do.
Yeah, yeah.
And now we get to the airport, and we still just wanted pizza, right? So we go to this one restaurant inside the airport. Pizza prevalent on the menu. They had no pizza.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, this is BS, because
The
when you
universe
just
was
want
working
something, you
against
just
you.
want it. It was a planned thing. We were going to have pizza.
Oh my
So
goodness.
no, that time we didn't either. So for lunch, she ordered the same thing, a turkey BLT on a ciabatta roll.
Yeah.
I haven't had bread in 4 years, honest to God, until that day.
Uh-huh.
And it was so good. I ain't gonna lie. It didn't bother me. It didn't make me crave more.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm good. And then we're still at the airport,
Uh-huh.
went to a different restaurant in Dallas airport. They had pizza. So we got a little, it must have been maybe a 10-inch, and we split it. The crust was so thin, I don't even count
Uh-huh.
it. There wasn't a whole lot of sauce on it. It was delicious. And I'm like, we did it.
Wow.
But it
Oh
was
my
like,
gosh.
when you really want something, and it's like, oh, these people, you've got it on your menu and you don't have it, take it off your
Yeah, I
menu.
wonder what was going on, especially to go to a second place and they didn't have it either. Wow.
It was crazy. Have you ever, Jeff, since you started keto, Has there ever been a day where you just wanted something off plan? Because most everybody has off planned meals, just planned. And then you get right back on track. Is there any one thing, because there's a lot for me, is there any one thing that you've wanted so badly you had it?
Not really, although I've been struggling since I found out that Jungle Jim's has Breckenridge Vanilla Porter on tap. It's like, I've not made it there yet, but man, it's crossed my mind many, many times. Just one beer. That'd be all I'd want. I don't know how it'd make me feel. So, and I've stopped drinking alcohol pretty much since I started keto. So,
Right. As long as you never had a drinking problem before and it wouldn't trigger anything before, it's from
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
you know, you only live once.
hmm Yeah, because speaking of pizza, that is actually what Nisha Berry she had before she had given birth. That's what she was
Mhm.
craving, was a pizza. And
You
she
know,
sure enough ate the whole entire pizza
I swear
herself.
I am not pregnant. I didn't
Yeah.
have any pregnancy cravings. I just
No, but that's what
wanted
I'm
pizza.
saying. It's because she really wanted it in that moment. And sure enough, she got it. And she said that when she ate it, because people were like, "Oh, well, how was it?" And she's like, "It was the best freaking thing I ate all year."
I'll tell you, it was it was just enough. We each had
Yeah.
3, and I mean small pieces. It was
Mhm.
a small pizza.
Right. Yeah.
And that's the
Yeah.
way we controlled it, is just getting one to share, and
Mhm.
that was it.
Yeah.
And man, it was so good. I haven't
But that's
had
yes,
real
that's the
pizza
important thing. Yeah. Yeah.
in 4 years.
Mhm.
Everything was that one day.
Right.
I didn't feel bad. I wasn't
Yeah.
sore anywhere. I didn't have any
Uh-huh.
inflammation because of it, any of that. Is it going to trigger me to keep going with that
Right.
kind of food? No.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was one day.
Yeah.
And it was like a stress filled day that was like,
Mhm.
that's it.
Mhm.
We're done.
That's
That's
the
it.
important
It's
thing
all
because
good.
you no longer have like that fixation on the food that it's gonna, get you in the urge
Hmm.
of continuing to have those sorts of food, the standard American diet type of foods. That's when you know mentally how far you have come.
Oh, yeah. It's
Because
like,
it's like we're not feeding into like the full on addiction or like the full on binge or anything like that. It's like you had those meals and life moves on.
mhm. So Charlie says, my only successful convert to carnivores is Mini Golden Doodle.
Aw.
I cook her a pound of ground chuck and chicken each week. She now won't touch the expensive kibble she was eating.
And can you blame her?
My keto chow stash is amazing. I have a
Yes.
problem, Karen. I have a
Agreed,
problem.
agreed.
All you need to go with those pancakes is some of the syrup. That syrup, they let us taste that. The
Yeah.
Scrumby Sweets butter sweet
Mhm.
syrup.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel. It's real thick. It's so delicious. And, he's still fasting
Yeah.
and we're talking food. I'm sorry,
I,
Jeff.
hey, I'm past it now. I'm good with it.
Yeah.
But I
That's
have made. I do get hankerings for pizza, and there's ways to make pizza without using carbs.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and I don't do it all the time. I make my own sauce,
Right,
so there's
right.
no sugar in it,
Mhm.
or I don't even put any sweetener in mine. But
Mhm.
there's a recipe that uses psyllium husk and some other stuff that's kind of high in fiber. So,
Yeah.
but I pretty much gotten rid of fiber anyway. So I don't.
Right. Well, Chris Cooking Nashville has a pizza recipe out, pizza crust and an
Uh-huh.
Alfredo sauce for the crust.
Yeah.
So good. I've made them both.
But
And
I've
what
made.
crust do you use, Jeff?
I forget the
What
name of the
version of a
brand.
crust you make?
It's a. It's basically acts like pizza dough, but I've also made one with shaved cauliflower that you
Uh-huh.
stick in a frying
Yeah.
pan to get most of the moisture out of it, and
Uh-huh.
then eggs and cheese,
Oh, okay,
and
okay,
then
okay.
you
Cauliflower crust.
that's
Yeah.
not like a
Yeah,
dough.
yeah. Oh,
And
is the other one like fathead dough?
I don't know what that
It
is.
would be the fathead dough. You would
The
use
mozzarella cheese, the green
mozzarella
cheese, the
cheese,
almond
either
flour.
almond flour or coconut flour. There's recipes out
Yeah.
there, and eggs.
No, this is eggs, psyllium husk, and I think it also has bamboo fiber.
Oh,
So
it's
Interesting.
similar. Yes, it's similar. I've seen that version out there. Mm-hmm.
Not to be
it's
Yeah.
a
called
jalapeno business, but how was Whataburger? Whataburger is really good. Their burger patties are
Was
amazing.
that your first time having them, Sydney?
No, we went last year.
Okay.
That was the first time because
That
they
was the
aren't
first
around
time.
here,
Right, yeah.
but they were good. Dustin, oh, the scandal.
the keto police will be after you.
That's all right. I'm ready for it.
Weird.
It's going to be in my
They coming.
video. All this that I just said was going to be in
They
my video. I
coming
just
for
have
you,
to record it.
Cindy.
I'm so scandalous. That's all right. I got thick skin. I can handle them. Bring them my way. Babysitting tomorrow night is ask my niece, do you want to order pizza? Yeah. Karen says, oh my God, for the Uber. Yikes, what a story. Oh,
I
it
know.
was
Wow.
great.
I can't
It
even
was
imagine.
a trip, Karen. Yep. And mostly meat, but I eat carbs here and there.
Yeah.
Same.
Yes. Especially doing ketovore. You're gonna have those minimal carbs coming in.
It's definitely our story, Deborah.
Yes.
That was, whoa. I have flown enough. I've never had that many problems. And I know the weather was a big thing of it. But what I didn't like is the way the airlines didn't handle the situations.
Oh yes.
And some of the people there were just so rude. And that's uncalled for. I don't care where you are, what
Mm-hmm.
profession you're in. When you're dealing with the public, you've got to control yourself and be
Mm-hmm.
respectful and think about what they're going through and what they're trying to do and
Mm-hmm.
where they're trying to go, and which is why they're there. It's
Yes.
like they really didn't
Yeah.
care really.
That's why they have a few shows out there of people just going buck wild at the airport and ending up on those shows.
I'm surprised people didn't. Let me tell you, it was.
Oh my goodness.
We had to get in a line that, no lie, it had to have been 2 miles long to try to talk to them at the
Yeah.
customer
Yeah.
service desk when they canceled our flight after midnight.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
And we're standing in this line and we're talking to the people around us, which is how we
Yeah.
met this lady and this
Mhm.
guy. And I'm like, this is nuts. This is
Yeah.
nuts. Hi, Yvonne. We met her at Hack Your Health. She went with us to that dinner Friday night. Very, very nice person.
Don't ever worry about being late. We are happy that all of you show up for any amount of time.
I was like, whoa.
Oh, she went through anxiety herself going through it.
Who's that? Me?
Yes, you. Oh my goodness. So us just hearing it and feeling the anxiety. My goodness, you going through the actual experience. Oh gosh.
It was, like I said, it's a good thing Debbie was there because I can go off the rails when I get upset.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm sorry our weather did not behave. That's right. You're from Texas. That daggone Texas weather.
Oh my goodness. But imagine how much they went through. Oh my goodness.
You're not kidding. It was just crazy. But, it is what it is.
Yes.
Now I can say that easy.
You
made
lived
it
through
home
it.
safe.
Yes. You survived.
It would have been bad enough just the one night into the next morning. But when the same stuff started happening,
Yes, exactly,
Debbie,
Deb.
it happens.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But when the same stuff started happening on the trip home, it was like, you gotta be kidding. It was nuts.
Oh, you're laughing about it now, though.
Oh, there was nothing else to do even
Yeah.
then. We laughed so hard on the flight coming home. The pilot was so awesome. He he was trying to get us back to Lexington out of
Yeah.
Dallas on time because now Lexington is going to shut down the runway at midnight. Our flight originally was due to land by midnight, but it was delayed. So now we're talking 12:30, 12:35, and he may have to divert us to a different airport an hour away from Lexington. I have no idea where that place is. And my sister's car was at Lexington Airport.
Oops.
So it's like, this is nuts. Well, halfway through the flight, he comes on and he says, good news. The airport's going to stay open until 12:35, and that's what time we are supposed to get there. Well, when I tell you, this pilot went above and beyond. That turbulence on the plane wasn't weather related. It was like boom, 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 boom. Because he was trying to get us there on time so he didn't have
Oh
to divert us
no.
an hour away. And trying to, I'm sitting there and I have a cup of soda and a can with some in it, diet soda.
Yeah.
And Debbie has water. She's not having any trouble. I am trying, my ice is about gone. So the soda's sloshing around in the cup. The plane's going like this. And
Oh my
the soda
goodness.
is just like in the cup. And I'm trying to pour more in. And I'm like trying to keep up with the cup
Oh my gosh.
and take a drink without it going all over the front of me. So I'm leaning way up over the tray. And she is just dying. She's absolutely dying. She's laughing so hard. It was crazy.
He was trying to shake whatever little bit of anxiety you still had left in your
Oh
body.
my God.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
crazy. But yeah, we at that point we were just so slap happy. It was anything was going to make us laugh. It didn't even matter. But that was funny. We got off the plane. We were all headed out, and he had his back to me. And Debbie said he did me too, but I tapped him on the shoulder and I said, "Thank you so much," because he did. He was. It was great because, yeah. I was on a flight once, and while we were still on the ground, an airbag exploded in the plane. Screamed, and both went running. I was human,
Oh
but
my goodness.
our job is to remain calm. I would have.
Exactly. Exactly. Because if the pilot is freaked out or even any of the stewardess or stewards, oh my goodness, that would ensue a lot of panic.
Oh my goodness.
Because if they're freaking out, you're thinking to yourself, well, I have reason to freak out if they are.
Oh yeah. So Yvonne, it was not rain for 2 days. We're still on a boil water notice, and some are still without power. Oh, that stinks.
Yeah, no, hopefully everything come back
Hopefully
to
it'll be
normalcy.
resolved.
Yeah,
Boiling
I know
water
my
all day long is getting
coworkers in
old.
Texas, they just got power back on Wednesday. So, oh my goodness, they really got the grunt of it.
Speaking of airline stuff, you're right.
Yes.
You guys have any horror stories about flying?
Thankfully not. What about you,
Jeff?
Jeff?
I've been avoiding it, and we have our RV, so we just drive everywhere. We were in Alaska last summer for 6 weeks. And we
Nice.
were in Arizona during the winter, and then spent a month in Utah, a few weeks in
Oh, very cool.
Colorado, and then
That's the life, man.
Montana.
So did you swing by Keto Chow if you went to
Nope.
Utah? No.
That was shortly after I began my keto journey, and I didn't even
Okay,
know a
okay.
thing about keto chow yet.
Yes. Because
So,
I'm sure you would have had that on your list. You would have had
Yeah,
to
it was.
convince the family to make that pit stop.
Donna said that the stewardess is the one that scared her. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Now I gotta say, Brian is definitely afraid to fly. He hates getting on an airplane. When his daughter got married, it was in
Yeah.
January in New England. And, you know, we moved from New Hampshire to Kentucky in
Right.
2021. She got married January of 23, 22. I don't even remember now. But I told him, I am not driving to New England in the wintertime. We are flying. I said, that's the only way we're going to get to your daughter's wedding. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So reluctantly, he agreed. And man, the flights were good.
Uh-huh.
He gets so nervous just sitting at the airport waiting on the flight.
What is it about? What is it
goodness
about him going on the plane?
he just gets nervous, and when he gets nervous, his blood sugars go up. So
Oh, so
there's
just the fear, the panic that
oh
something
yeah,
will happen.
he gets I don't know what it is. He's weird. He's a little weird.
Well, there's something behind it, Cindy. Listen,
No,
I'm gonna come full on support for Brian. There's
he's
a
great.
reason why, Cindy.
No, I don't think he's at. There was
Yeah.
one bad experience that we had together,
Mm-hmm.
but we were on our way back from Vegas,
Yeah.
and it was in February, and we
Uh-huh.
were over Boston, about to
Right.
land in Boston, and it was an ice storm. So
Oh
he
my
couldn't land. He
gosh.
was hovering over for an hour,
Oh
but
no.
he didn't like flying way before that.
Oh
That was
my
way
gosh.
before.
But that even
So I
sets
don't
it
know.
off even more.
I'm
Any
sure.
little bit of feelings he had, that just
Oh,
maxed it
recently
out
went
for
to a
him.
Phoenix barbecue place whose tagline was, "You don't need teeth to eat our meat." It
That's nice.
was good brisket in the middle of a desert next to a gay strip club. Nice. All
Fun
right.
spot. Fun spot you guys got there.
You ain't lying. But yeah, it was since I've known him, he hasn't liked to fly. We've flown on occasion, but the trip back from Vegas was when he finally got the okay to land. The pilot did a fantastic job because it was snowy and icy and cold, bitter cold. And he's landing the plane and windy. That was the big thing. The wind grabbed hold of that plane, and that plane just went. It dropped so much at one time. People on a plane screamed, and Brian just sat there white knuckled on the seat. Didn't say a word. He's like,
Oh my gosh.
"Okay, that's over. We're good." But that was a little bit scary, but it was all right. Yeah, no.
Wow. Thankfully, I have not had no bad plane experiences. I have not been on one. Oh my gosh. It's been at least like 14 and a half years. I haven't had to go on a plane. Thankfully, never was bad experience.
What were you going to say, Jeff?
I've never had a bad experience either, and I've probably
Oh gosh.
I've probably been on a couple dozen flights. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
Debbie and I, neither one of us have had, that kind of stuff going on.
Yeah.
The delay, and it wasn't so bad that they delayed it. What it was that they delayed the flights. They kept moving gates too. One time we're at gate A30, and then we're at gate A9, then we're at 18, then we're at 16, then we're at 23, then we're back to 18. It was crazy. It was like, and it seemed like every 10 minutes, Debbie was getting a thing on her phone that they changed the gate. They changed the gate. And it's like, we couldn't catch up with them. Wanted to know why there's a boil water notice. I haven't flown since 1998 or so.
The storms in Texas.
Oh yeah, Texas has been riddled with tornado warnings, thunderstorms.
Mm-hmm. They really went through it.
Especially Dallas. Austin was pretty nice while we were there. It was hot, but it was pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah,
but
that's where
Dallas
my coworkers are at. Dallas, yeah.
Dallas got it bad.
The boil water thing is probably because the pressure got too low because the pumps weren't working.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's probably why they have the boil water, because the pressure got low enough.
I'm sure. So, Jeff, how do you like RV life?
I really enjoy it. It's
I bet.
lots of nice people in the RV community too.
Mhm.
Almost as good as the keto community.
Yep,
So
I get that because there's a lot in common there, and it helps when you have somebody like at the meetups and stuff, being with like-minded people,
yes,
especially when you don't live with someone that's living the same lifestyle you are, or eating the same way you are. Um, it's comforting to know there's other people there, and it does help for sure.
the two crazy ketos. Maybe you will run into them one of these days
Yeah, good
because
luck
they
with
RV
that.
too.
Yep. Oh, they definitely are.
Uh-huh.
You should go for the show.
And actually, there is a show on YouTube that they were part of. It's called
Right. That's what
RV
I'm talking
Unplugged.
about. That's what I'm
Yes,
RV,
yes.
talking about.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
You should go out for it. They'll have a season 3. I remember having to use the seatbelt extender. Same, Charlie. And I showed Debbie I had so much excess seatbelt. It was great. We had a bad storm blowing through town that
Mm-hmm.
knocked out power to almost 100,000 people. Oh, and the pump
Yeah,
stations of the
there's a
water
lot of
company.
them.
That's why they have to issue the notice. Sounds like being on Punked, changing all the gates to see how much you can tolerate. They pumped us all right.
As they
Tree
had the
got hit by
2 mile
lightning in our
long.
coast. That's power outage that is still bad with all the trees down. Wow. That's awful. I'm so
That
glad you are
cracks me
okay,
up.
Yvonne.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh,
That's the
that's
important thing.
yes. That's
That cracks me at what Donna was saying because as they have the 2 mile long people waiting, they're changing the gates.
you should have said well, this was after they canceled our flight that we had to get in this line. And Debbie's ahead of me and she keeps walking. And I stopped to use the restroom and she's walking and I had to find her. She's way down the line. It was
Oh my
crazy.
gosh. I just think they deal with so many irate people. They probably just enjoy it. They're like, huh, we're gonna get them this time.
But you know what I found a little bit
Oh my
disturbing is
gosh.
all these gates,
Mm-hmm.
there was nobody at them.
Yeah,
Okay. And
yeah.
no workers at them.
No.
Why couldn't some of their employees
Mm-hmm.
take some of that out of that big long line at
Yeah.
the customer service desk and take some of these people and handle their request at the gates?
Mm-mm.
Because there was nothing going on at them.
Right, right.
You know, they have computers there, they have
Mm-hmm.
the accessibility there. They just
Yeah.
didn't do it. And it was like,
No.
you go past all these gates, there's
Yeah.
nobody. There's no
No.
line, there's nothing.
Like a ghost town, yeah.
It was just nuts. But then you look in this line and everybody and their brothers there. There's people laying on the floor sleeping with their bags under their head and you
Oh
know,
my
just
gosh.
everywhere, sleeping in the chairs. It was like
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
it was nuts. I hate when they change gates. I had to pick up my son from DFW one time and they kept changing terminals and
That's
gates on us 3 times. Yep.
crazy. That's crazy. How frustrating. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the abandoned luggage. That was in Austin,
Oh
Debbie.
my gosh.
We didn't have our
Wow.
suitcases. They were checked.
Oh my
When we took an
gosh.
Uber, we got
Yeah.
to he brought us to Austin Airport because
Oh.
she had booked the rental car. Our suitcases were wherever, supposed to be in by 10 o'clock. Well, it was about 8:30 by the time we
Mm-mm-mm.
got to the airport from the Uber, and we left. It was like we went
Wow.
and got the rental car. We found a Walmart. We went and got some toiletries because we had absolutely nothing on us.
Mm.
We hadn't slept, not in the airport, not in the rental car, not in the Uber, nothing. And it was like the Friday night after our dinner, we drove back to the airport.
Yeah.
Debbie got out and Karen went in with her from Low Carb Spin.
Mhm.
to find our bags. And thankfully, they were there. It was like they go to your
Wow.
final destination regardless of where you are.
Oh my goodness.
But they weren't there when we stopped there in the morning.
Wow.
When she went in to get them, there
Right.
were, the way it sounds, hundreds and hundreds of luggage, pieces of luggage. And no
Oh my
one watching
goodness.
them. You could have taken anybody's luggage out of there.
Wow.
She went and got hers, and then she found mine, and they came out. She said, I could have grabbed anybody's. Nobody was
Oh
watching
my
it.
gosh. And I
That's
feel
kind of
bad for the
scary.
people that don't really mark,
Mhm.
anything special on their suitcase
Well,
to
their
really
tag is on there.
identify it.
So, when
But still
you
imagine
check
looking
your
through that many
bags.
tags.
Mhm.
And then hopefully the tag stays on because you know how flimsy those paper tags are.
Thankfully, we
Oh
had bought
my
new
goodness.
suitcases that didn't look like too many others.
Others, yeah. Oh my
Just bought
goodness.
new ones Wednesday before we left for Thursday.
For you,
So
you
it
would
was
have to put a couple keto chow stickers on yours, Cindy.
no, no, I didn't. But it was an experience for sure. One that we'll never forget.
Oh gosh.
But yeah,
Wow.
video will be out. I gotta record all that stuff tomorrow. For
Yes, I
people that aren't
agree,
in the
Karen.
chat, that aren't sitting here listening. So Jeff,
I agree.
what's the best trip you've done in an RV?
Mm. The trip to Alaska.
I would
I mean,
imagine.
we sat for 4 months in Arizona, or was it 5? But yeah, just getting up there. And if you've never been to Alaska, it's, in a word, it's majestic.
Uh-huh.
I
Picture
can imagine.
and you
That's
and you
my dream
gotta
trip. Uh-huh.
you gotta go there. You just can't see pictures because it's nothing
Yes,
like it.
I bet.
But it was a little cool, and the mosquitoes are no joke. And it stays daylight most of the whole day.
Yeah.
Doesn't really get dark. But it was cold enough. I was just able to bury my head under the covers, so so I could get
I
to sleep.
bet. I bet.
But
So
we
you
went.
liked it so much. Go ahead.
We'll go back.
Are you gonna go on the low carb cruise that's going to Alaska?
No. We've been to Alaska. This was the second time, and we went there this second time because when we were there the first time, we saw somebody that was doing what we did, which was RVing.
Nice.
So, let's look into doing that someday. And we tricked out our rig so we don't need power very much. We have solar panels and an inverter, so it's just like living at home basically. So,
Nice.
and
Keto
obviously
chapstick.
didn't need to use the air conditioner while we were there.
I guess not.
But the trip through Canada on the Alcan that road can be rough in spots, but it was very scenic, very, very scenic.
I bet.
So,
I bet.
and we stopped at a couple of national parks in Alberta, and those were really nice. Saw plenty of wildlife.
That
So,
sounds fantastic. The only place I've been out anywhere out west is Vegas. I have not
No.
been. I've never done a lot of traveling, but I do want to go to Utah, to Keto Chow, to Redmond, all that. That I
Yeah,
definitely want to do.
there's 5 national parks there, and they're all pretty good.
Nice.
So, we took quite a bit of video, but we've never edited it, or I've never even watched it. So, but
You should start you up a travel channel and put that up there.
Yes.
Like Debbie
There'll be
said,
a
what
lot
a
of
great trip.
interest. Yeah.
Yes. That
and
sounds like fun.
our big ticket item that we on an excursion basically was we flew to an island to go salmon fishing. and the bears were just there because they were there catching the fish too. So,
Yep.
and the plane trip out there was really nice. Glaciers everywhere out there, by the way. So, and we'd
Wow.
been to Denali once before, so we didn't see the mountain when we were there this time, but we'd seen it once before. So,
Nice. That's awesome. Donna camped in a tent in Alberta.
That must have been tons of fun.
Yeah, I've never been out of the country.
oh, you live that close to Canada too.
I
You were in the
did,
north.
but at the time, you didn't. When I first moved up there, you didn't need a passport to get in either. We just never went, and I don't have a passport. Yep.
Yeah. First time I went to Canada, I was with a Boy Scout troop, and I didn't even have a driver's license then. So,
Mhm. Well, of course, with the Boy Scouts,
Mm-hmm.
can't go wrong that way.
yeah.
You're good. But it's been an hour and 20 minutes, and I don't want to take up any more of your evening. Jeff, I really appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And Sana, I hope you get to feeling good and
Yes.
everything's good with the baby.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sana may not be joining us next week. She's got doctor's appointments. Correct?
Yes. I have to actually see the fetal specialist again, only because of the possibility that baby might be very extra long. So I'm going to find out if I need to take any additional precautions. So right now, the orders that I have is kind of just to be in the bed after sitting all day at work. They said that that's the extent that they're going to allow me when it comes to me actually sitting for long periods of time on something kind of like hard like a chair. And other than that, they said have the comfort of a mattress. So we'll see how that works out up until I see them on Friday. So that's the whole reason why I will not be here next Friday. But Cindy and I, we discussed some ideas. So she may go along with an idea to wing something and put something together. So definitely everyone keep a lookout for that. And I'll also send me the link, Cindy, because I'll also stream it on my end for anyone that happens to see it on my end. They can hop on as well.
Okay. I still have
Because
to
I would,
figure out
yes, I would love for you
all
to get a
that.
great audience still.
Yes. Anyway, yeah,
Thank
prayers
you.
for
Thank
your
you.
appointments, Anna.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you so much.
Thank you,
Yes, and
everyone in the chat,
absolutely.
for spending your Friday evening with us. And
Yes.
Jeff, I
Thank you
hope to
so
see
much,
you in
everybody.
Eden. Just
Yep.
email me that and I'll find out for you.
Okay. Are you planning on going to that or?
I think so. We have to get Max taken care of,
Okay.
our dog, but actually he might be able to go with us with that one because that's outdoors, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so.
So we should be able to even bring him with us. All right. I will see everyone hopefully next week. If not, we'll be back in 2 weeks with Wendy and Harry again. That'll be fun.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us, Jeff. Definitely in the future, we would love to have you back for an update.
Okay.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Take care, everyone.
Good night.